When you are by the sea and look at the horizon, you see many white triangles. That is modern sails. And among them, you can always tell the old style vintage sails from previous century. Not only because they are red in color, but also modern sails are triangle, while the old sails are four-cornered. They are either square, as those Columbus used, or they are Gaff sails. So today I'll tell you about all I know about Gaff sails. The Gaff sail is placed between two spars. The one below is boom, as in any other boat, including modern boats. And the spar over is Gaff. So the Gaff has two ends and two halyards. This is called throat of the Gaff. Another end is the peak. And when we want to release the sail, we first need to take down these bunt lines. They are just holding the sail in place. Here are our two halyards. The peak halyard and the throat halyard.
Il était sur mon côté. Moi, j'étais allongé bien bas. Et ça ne bougeait pas trop. Salut!
At the first glance, there are quite many ropes here, so let us see what we have. On the other side, we have two halyards that I put to hoist the sail. On this side, we have this rope. It is for the topsail. So actually, it's not relevant for this main Gaff sail. This rope is also for the topsail. This is outhaul. So when the wind is stronger, or we go against the wind, into the wind, we can pull this out. We can pull this rope and straighten the lower part of the sail. When we go with the wind and we need more form in the sail, we can release this rope and we will have more sail, more power when we go with the wind. On this side of the boom, we have the outhaul with a block. We have a tipping lift on both sides. It holds the boom from falling down. We have these reef lines. I'll tell later about how we use reef lines. And we have lazy jacks. Their only function is to hold sail inside certain limits when we put it down. Yes. Now we have a full sail. When it is too much wind, we may need to reduce the size of the sail. We can do it on the lower part. So to reduce the size of the sail, we have to lower the gaff, and then we have to stretch the lower part of the sail between cringles on this side and the opposite kringle near the mast. I will show you how we do that. When we want to reduce the size of the sail, we have to lower the boom first. Like this. Now we have to attach this corner of the sail to the mast. You can use different hooks, but I think the rope is always best. Now we have two reef lines that can pull the opposite corner of the sail. Like this. And now if we pull halyards, we will have the flat sail again, but it will be small in size. And now we can see why we have these lines. They're called bantles. Finally, we can see why we have these strange lines. They're called bantles. And they are used to reduce the size of the sail below and to keep it from flipping back and forward. So most of the modern boards, they use triangle sails. They are called Bermuda sails. And everyone does it because it has huge advantages. When you have Bermuda sail, you can cross into the wind much better than with Gaff sails. On the other hand, old Gaff sails, they still have some advantages. They have center of efforts much lower. It means that with the same mast height, you can have about 25% more sail. And the boat will be more stable because you have lower center of efforts. It is an advantage. But when people choose what kind of sail they want to have, Gaff sail or Bermuda, I think the most decisive moment is if they want it to look old, nice, cozy, and vintage. In contrast with Bermuda sails or modern sails, we have also something called mast lacing. You see, modern sails, they have a rail attached to the mast, and special clips glide along the rail, holding sail to the mast. Instead of this, we have a rope. It is probably not as easy to work with these ropes, but you see everything. So if you have some problem with lacing, you see it immediately. You see where it jams. If you have problems with your rail on a modern boat, it's difficult to repair while you are at the sea. You don't see what happens there. So I think it is much more obvious with this rig. You see problems, you see everything. Another thing that you don't find on modern boats is pearls. You see these small round things on the gaff? It's pearls. Comparing to the modern boat, we have much more things to do outside. You know, you cannot stay in the cockpit and do everything from there. First, we have no winches. The second, you have to run back and forth and up on the roof if you, for instance, need to increase the size of the gaff sail. So the first thing you have to do then is to release the bantles. Then you have to go forward and release the reef lines. And now we need to pull halyards. So after hoisting, the main sail always look like this, divided in two parts by the tipping lift. So it can lay on the tipping lift, and we don't need this division. So we need to release the tipping lift rope. Here is the tipping lift. If we have the sail laying on the starboard, we need to release the starboard tipping lift and starboard backstay.